Okay, back for day 6. Not too many changes. Got some yapping to do, but the changes really happened in Markerstone, or I wouldn't have done a video like I was saying yesterday. Uh, and that was some cleanup, because now I really am at this point. I'm pretty sure I fixed everything that I saw wrong with my build I didn't like. So, and I don't plan on changing this setup because I really like this. I've looked into to try and minimizing these 6 boxes, but then it just looks really ugly because I have to have things off even more than they are, and I don't really want to have that. So I started the Wuling just because I was going to say that I was trying a test of how much would it take to run everything, like all 3 gearing units plus the packaging unit with like 4 lines coming in. All right, like how much would that cost? Oops. And it's looking like this. So the big ones are your Chironite or dense Originium. So it's like, remember you got to add 25 to this yield because of the meta storage. So this is 295. So you're basically 65 usage, 65 a minute over, which you can reduce down to just 5 a minute over by turning off 2 lines. But that will reduce your zircon usage as well. But anyway, Cuprium bottles drop so the yield is 10 higher because you're splitting off for the gearing unit. Chironite jumps to 24 usage. I think that matches the Ferium powder as well. Yeah, that's also 24, right? Your Ferium powder goes up by 24. Because that's to make zircon. And your zircon is sitting at 2 a minute usage, so it's kind of low. And I managed to drain a lot of it out last night with the Wuling batteries being like 17 point something. It should be higher than that. Oh, it's because I have it split off. Half of it's getting split off to make Chironite components. So what I'm probably going to do is turn off the component, the Chironite and Cuprium components, and that actually gives me like an excess of like 7 Chironite, like 6 or something, 6 or 7, and let that build at the same time zircon builds. They'll be building a little higher, and then I can once again turn off, start my not parts. I need to make Hedonite part, or Hedonite parts already been made. I can start my components back up after and let this drain down some. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I won't be I won't feel pressure to. I don't feel pressured now, but I won't have to move over dense Originium. I just want to drain out some of that zircon. That's why I did it. So anyway, let's go take a look at Markerstone because that's the real thing I wanted to talk about today. But it's good to see the AIC report for stuff like that. So in Markerstone, the changes mostly happen with the zircon reactors. Actually, that's really only happened. Those zircon reactors, this area got cleaned up a little bit, but the big thing is we reduced the pipe logistics down to get 9 free, I believe. So 1 more got freed. 8, 9. Yeah, so there's 9 of them now. And so what I did here was I kind of expanded on this idea that this can combine into itself and send both the zircon effluent and inert into one. I don't know why this happens if the pipes go empty, but so that let me free up some space down here because I didn't have to put the converger right here anymore. And I could move this up 1, and I think this did not move up 1, but I can't remember. I think it did. And I can move the Forge of the Sky up 1, so they're all aligned with each other. I also did this double split that I was doing up here with this. So if I really wanted to like save pipe logistics and pipes, I would go back excuse me, to not having the water balance, but that's not an option anymore. I love not seeing the cancel signs everywhere, so this is what I'm living with now from going forward. But I was really happy about this. I felt like this was pretty smart. I managed to get it look a little bit symmetrical. It's kind of impossible because it's how water's coming in. I would have to send water like up here or something, and I'm not worried about that. I got the symmetry like in this box area, and so that's good enough. Um, I thought I didn't like this, but this is one of those things like overhead view in the NCAD cannot look, sometimes doesn't look as good as like in game, and I actually really like the way this area looks in game. What I like that I've done with Marker Stone, and kind of why I sat down to work on it so much, is because I got it working and it looked cool, but I was kind of coping with liking the chaotic look of it, which I did like the chaotic look. Like, it was kind of cool to see the pipes going everywhere, but I like a more organized look a little bit better. Like, I might do a little something with these pipes over here, but there's not much to do. They just kind of have to be here like this, right? And I don't mind this looking a little janky. And I don't care what people do with their pipes out here, as long as they get the right amount to the place. So I'm not too pressed about this. But inside, I kind of... Oh, I did a minor thing. I talked about the fluid tanks before, like you want to fill up your liquid heavy shearonite or your heavy shearonite. So I just kind of made some space. I was able to make some space with that and kind of show you where they should go. So this one would go like here, right? And you connect it and fill it up. Oh, I probably should have kept that. And this one would kind of go probably here, and you drag it down and connect it, right? So I kind of made a little bit of space for that, so it's a little easier to see where they should go. I think you can fit like 2 here. Yeah, you can store like 2 of them right here, and then store some over here if you wanted to for some reason. But yeah, up here, what I didn't like that I needed to fix was I had this like the splitter for the sewage was right here, and I really didn't like that. So I was glad I was able to get it over here, and as well as reduce my pylons and get them almost in line. A lot of the pylons are actually in line with each other if I could get it. So like these 2 are. This one, I'd have to hang this depot loader 1 more off, and I don't really want it doing that. So I have it just right here. These pylons are in line, but this one's off. I was looking at if I could get this, but because of the shredding and I'd have to move this like 2. And then I think it looks a little goofy when it's like basically like this, right? It's hanging off the edge by 2, and then this can get moved over 2, and it's fine. Technically, it'll be fine, but like I already have the space here, so I'm just gonna use it. I would have to move this over, and then I'm not worried about it. These 2 pylons are in line. These 2 pylons are almost in line. Almost. If I really wanted it, I could move the belt down, but I don't care that much. I have been trying to figure out how I can do this acid right here, but I can't figure it out, so I'm not too worried about it. I can't send it through either, so it's not a big deal. And this needs to be here anyway to cover these 2 crucibles. So yeah, Marker Stone's pretty much done. I think all of it's done. So I'll probably start working on the blueprint. I'm gonna work on the guide today and stop messing with the factory so much and start getting the guide together. I think I'm not going to do a water treatment unit version. And if I do, it'll be really bootleg. Because it mostly, like, all you end up doing is getting rid of this and putting down water treatment units. But I think like this gets rid, all of that goes, and you put down water treatment units here in a section. And I think you have to move these conduits up here. So I'll do that, but it's gonna be an add-on to the build. So like you'll have to, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But I don't particularly care about the non-water purification node. Because if you're going to do a non-purification, you may as well stay at the 1.2, but I know some people want to upgrade, so whatever, I'll do it. It's more content. It's more reason for me to be in the factory, right? So, but yeah, I think like this pipe goes away. I don't know, I drew it up already. The NCAD, I'll make the NCAD, but it won't be labeled as heavily, so. I think that's it. Yeah, I was going to yap about some of the comments I got and expand on what we talked about there, but I don't feel like it. I want to go play 2XKO for a little bit on my lunch break instead. But maybe I'll do it in a later video. Anyway, so yeah, that's the build. So if you're waiting on the blueprints, they will be here. I will have them done at the latest on Saturday, along with the setup video, unless I have something to do. Well, latest will be Sunday, so the end of this weekend. That's it.